Okay, so we have to address something. Cell phones. I teach high school, and if I'm being honest, I am just as attached to my cell phone as my kids are to their cell phone. But you have to figure out a way to manage that in your classroom that won't drive you crazy and allows the kids to feel like they've got a little tiny bit of freedom where their phones are concerned. I tell my kids that I don't have a problem with cell phones, I have a problem with disrespect. So I don't allow my kids to be on their phone when I'm talking. So what that looks like in my classroom is I like to start the beginning of my day by greeting my kids, if it's the first day after the weekend, talking about things that have gone on, or giving instructions or expectations for the day, things like that, announcements, whatever. However, when I'm talking, my kids, if they have their cell phone out, they have to be turned over on the table or they have to be completely put away. And I tell them that from day one. Now, once I tell them that though, I have to reinforce that. If I'm talking and I see a kid on the phone, I might just say, hey guys, remember, it's not a phone thing, it's a respect thing, and I'm talking right now, so I need you to have your phones turned over or put away completely. I like to tell them that the way that I look at it is if I was in a meeting with my principal, I wouldn't be on my phone texting, scrolling through Facebook or looking, because that wouldn't be respectful to my principal and what she had to say to me. So that's what I tell them. It's a respect thing. So when I'm talking, please just turn it over or put it away. Now, in my classroom, I do allow a little bit more freedom than some teachers. That doesn't make my way the best way or the correct way. It just makes it work for me. And so I allow my kids to have their phones out while they're working as long as 95% of their time is spent on their assignments. I don't mind if they check their phone every now and then. If it's appropriate, they're not working with other people. I don't even mind if they're listening to music. That's a personal thing, and you have to decide what your deal breakers are. But my deal breaker is a kid being on their phone when I'm talking, and so that's what I enforce. Again, do what works for you and your kid. Obviously, just because you have an expectation, I know you're going to find this surprising. Kids don't always follow those. So I try to address that. Sometimes if I'm talking, I will just do a blanket statement to the class. However, there's always going to be that one kid or those two kids that really just don't pay attention to that expectation. So maybe when I'm done giving instruction, I'll go over and just kind of chat with them, say, hey, I noticed that you had your phone out while I was talking, and you might remember that one of my big things is respect when I'm talking to the class. So I'm going to need you to make sure that next time that phone is turned over or put away. Now, if for any reason you decide not to do that, I'm going to have to hold your phone for you until the end of the class or until you turn your assignment in, whichever one of those things happens first. So are we cool? Did this conversation kind of help that? Or next time, do I just need to take it? Oh, we're good? Okay, great. Sometimes it's not just a matter of them glancing at their phone when I'm talking or maybe scrolling. Sometimes when kids are working, I'll walk around while I'm checking on things and they're playing a game or they're watching a video. Now, that's a non-negotiable for me. That's a deal breaker. If a kid is playing a game when they're supposed to be working and their assignment is not done, then I take that phone and I hold it in little cell phone jail until the end of the class. If a kid is watching a video and not doing their work and that assignment hasn't been completed, I take that phone and I hold it until the end of the class. Now, if for any reason when that kid comes to get the phone at the end of the class, they're not as polite and respectful as I want them to be and they haven't really learned why I took it and why I don't want that to happen again, then maybe I hold the phone until the end of the day and they come and see me again and I say, let's try that again, being polite and respectful. But most of the time, because I'm treating my kids with politeness and kindness and respect, then they tend to do that when they come to me and they go, hey, Miss Whetstone, I'm really sorry I was on my phone. Can I get my phone back? And I go, absolutely. Next time, let's just get our work done before we play.